Hey world, we want to come back to another video. In fact, I want to come back to this video. It's another Black History video. Okay, this video, family, is about. I was talking to a partner of mine the other day, and we was talking about reparations, and he was like, "Bean, reparations? What are you talking about reparations for? Right? I mean, why are we even concerned about reparations?" Let me see. Move, Harmony. Get down. I'm on the video. I told you that. That's my dog. Look at her. You see her? She's so cute. But I digress. Family. I've been teaching for over 20 years. And none of my students have even been taught about reparations. We're talking 7th and 8th grade. You feel me? But what trips me out is the fact that we supposed to like, what are you talking about? Come on, man. It's a capitalistic environment, society. Come on, man. Pull your bootstraps up. You can do what you want to do. You don't need affirmative action. You don't need NAACP. You don't need the Urban League. You don't need civil rights. Come on, man. Right? Even though, see, and this is the thing that tripped me out. Numbers don't lie. If if we are the most unemployed people in this society, if and this is data that I know about. If your name has ethnic ideology, yeah, the chance of you getting called back for an interview is slim and none. Look at the prison system. Look at the education system when it comes to special education. Y'all trying to tell us, man, 80, 90% of special education kids are us? Come on, man. It can't be the case. Now, I know there are societal extenuating circumstances with kids, just growing up, not having that particular, guidance, motivation to do well in school. And don't get it twisted. I don't let us off the hook. We have so many of our young boys and girls are growing up in single households. It make a difference. I'm not talking about, people that get together and married couples, you divorce and the kids are, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the hundreds of thousands of kids that are born out of wedlock that don't have their mother and their father with them. You ain't got to be married to be a good dad. You ain't got to be married to raise your kids as a mother. That's a stereotypical characteristic that they want to attach to single mothers and dads that are not with the mom. There are a lot of great single mothers out there, a lot of great dads out there that's not with the mom that take care of their kids. That's not what we're talking about. So historically speaking, that is a problem, but those are the individuals I'm not referring to because a lot of times things happen. But let's get into his story. Reparations, something that, and it blows me away that no Afro-melanated politician even bring it up. It's not even conversation. And you got to ask yourself, as someone that look like me, and someone that votes, right? If you're a voter, Sheila Jackson Lee, Al Green, you know, all these so-called black politicians, even Barack Obama. This dude was president 8 years and not one time brought up reparations. Family, remember, you can't move forward until face your evils, until you face the horrific things you did as a people to someone else or to another people. Now, in the 1940s, during World War II, after the so-called bombing of Pearl Harbor, the United States government, okay, they moved all Japanese Americans from their homes to the West Coast in internment camps to after the war. You dig? These were Japanese Americans. Okay? Now, what did the United States government do? They gave them reparations. To this day, I think there's over like maybe 82,000 Latin Japanese descendants received like $20,000, $30,000 in reparatory payments. That's not including what the government did for the initial Japanese Americans that were put in those internment camps for what, 6 months or not long. The Jews. The United States government to this day still paid Israel $2 to $3 billion a year. Billion. And if you notice what's going on right now with the Israel-Palestinian war, not war, but massacre, because October 20th, Palestinians, Hamas attacked Israel, killed about 1,200, I think, 1,300 people. Since then, it's been over 30, 40,000 Palestinians that was killed. Now, the Palestinian people, they don't have an army like that. And who's backing Israel? United States. And I say this to say this. They still get support from the United States. So Japanese get support from the United States. The Israelis, Jews get support from the United States. Back in the day when they said these are Native Americans that were moved from one area to another area through the Trail of Tears, so-called Native American Indians, they get reparations. But if you notice, their reparations are different. They put them in lands in the west part of the United States, right? They call them sovereign, but there's no law. It's lawless. I mean, you guys don't even protect these Native Americans that was indigenous to this land. Y'all told them, you sovereign, we're not going to protect you. We're going to do the right thing and give you some land. Okay, so the Japanese Americans received money. Israeli Jews, or the Jewish people, because what happened to them in World War II, remember, these were not American citizens, they were in Germany. They received billions of dollars every year, I get it. And the so-called Native Americans receive land, I get it. Let's talk about this group of people that was here, allegedly, only came over here as slaves. But they were slaves from the 1500s all the way to the 1800s. And then after 1865, you guys had Jim Crow laws, black law, black codes, where you guys were lynching and killing people that look like me. All the way through the 40s, the 30s, the 30s, 40s, 50s. Remember, think about this for a minute. A so-called black man would be lynched and killed if he dated or tried to even look at a white woman or a Caucasian woman. What? Well, how do you know that? They let us know that by the Emmett Till situation, where he just whistled at a white woman or a Caucasian woman. And grown-ass men came to his house while he was visiting his family, pulled him out his house, and did the most horrific things to him. Okay? Emmett Till, look it up. No one done nothing for so-called African American people. We've been reclassified at least 4 or 5 times. My great-grandmother was Cherokee. Lived on a reservation in Oklahoma. Okay? What I'm trying to understand is we've been reclassified from indigenous, Native American, or Indians to coloreds, Negroes, African Americans, and now black. Name one ethnic group in this country or the world that's been reclassified that many times. If you got to call us this many things, you're lying. You're holding something back. Negroes, blacks, African Americans, coloreds, niggers. Come on, dog. And no reparations. Even after the Civil War, General Sherman said, you know what? We done defeated these Confederate racist slave owners. We gonna take their land, because that's what the United States government did. Took their land, and guess what? We're gonna redistribute it to these so-called Negroes that had to work on this plantation for years with no labor. With no pay, no compensation. We're gonna distribute the land to them. 400,000 acres. 400,000 acres. That's what General Sherman wanted to do. Okay? But your president, Andrew Johnson, said, no, sir. Let them eat cake. Give the land back to the Confederate plantation owners. They don't get shit. And no president after that has done anything. And I mentioned Barack Obama. Come on, man, get the hell out of here. Dude, you was president for 8 years and never one time mentioned reparations. So, family, this is the real Black history, okay? And to this day, no president has ever said, you know what, let's make a wrong a right. Do you think when you do bad things to people, they're going to forgive you or love you if you don't make things right, or you don't even acknowledge what you did was wrong? You feel me, family? Negroes, blacks, African Americans, coloreds. What? Family, pay yourself first. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High saw you bring you joy. Where my baby? Where's she at? Where's she at? Where you at, girl? Come on, Harmony. Oh, where you at, girl? That's my baby right there. There she go. May the Most High Society bring you joy, being with us. Audi 5000.